before I get into the bad, and trust me, we're going to get into that. Before I get into that, let's talk about the good. Because all Citi had to do with the Strata Premier was take the Citi Premier and fix its weaknesses. And they did. The Strata Premier was, prior to the Autograph Journey, the best earning $95 annual fee travel card. 3 times points on gas, 3 times points on dining, 3 times points on groceries, worldwide, no foreign transaction fees, access to transfer partners, the $100 credit on $500 on a $500 stay booked through the travel portal was whatever, but if you were able to utilize that, you got your effective annual fee down to -$5, just like the Capital One Venture X. So that all worked out, right? They took their biggest weakness, the lack of travel protections, which again, you could always have taken your points with Citi, transferred them out to a partner, finished your booking with a Chase card that had those travel protections that you were so worried about. But they've included them. Now, to what extent, we're not 100% sure, just because all of that documentation is not available at present through the Citi application website or through the Learn More about the Citi Strata Premier. And again, we're going to attack that later. But again, I cannot emphasize enough that before the Autograph Journey, Citi Premier was the best earning $95 travel credit card. Beat the Sapphire Preferred, was better for maximizing your spend than the Capital One Venture card. Wells Fargo didn't have anything, and American Express doesn't play at $95. They moved up to $150. And I think what you get with the American Express Green Card, which is very underappreciated, is still, given membership rewards are better than Wells Fargo points, that's fine. But on a pure cash back basis, you still get a lot of what the green gives you with the no annual fee autograph card. But that's a story for another day. Autograph Journey came in with 5 times points at hotels and 4 times points on direct airfare with their $50 credit. That was far easier to use than everyone else's credit at the $95 level. And I think they've changed the landscape a little bit. Now, to what extent that landscape is going to be changed, because we don't know all of Wells Fargo transfer partners, I don't know. But Citi had one thing to do, and they executed. They did it right. The new Strata Premier makes a whole lot of sense. Kept the 3 times categories that it already had. It made it so that in addition to gas, you got 3 times electric vehicle charging. That's great. The 10 times portal promotional thing that they were doing, they've kept that on. They've tacked that onto the Premier. Great. Wonderful. Kept the same $95 annual fee. Great. Travel protections. Still not sure about those, but they're there. Great. And kept the same $100 credit. This is the only area where I kind of just go, why, guys? Make it a $50 travel credit, or make it a $100 travel credit where it's not having to spend $500 to redeem it. But I digress. Like, they made their choices, and their choices were largely great. Like, the Strata Premier still comes out well ahead of the Chase Sapphire Preferred, and still trades blows with the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey quite well. If you're a more hotel free agent, Autograph Journey is going to be great for you, just even on pure cash back. Great. If you have a choice partnership or you prefer choice for locations, you're going to get 10% back with the Autograph Journey with the 5 times points at hotels. But anyway, Citi had a mission. Citi checked off all the boxes they had to do. Great job, Citi. Now, let's be done with flinging praise upon Citi for the Strata Premier, because they took a good card and made it just a little bit better, and they didn't have to do anything else beyond that. Great job. And I still think the Citi ecosystem largely overlooked. There could be many reasons for it. Maybe it's lack of referral links. Maybe it's you can run an ink train for so long that you don't have to worry about Citi for a while. Maybe you're just purely an American Express fanboy and Citi isn't even on your radar, bud. That's fine. But let's get into the bad, because oh my goodness, did Citi take what would have been an easy win and just trampled on it. I like to make strained analogies, and here's one for this situation right now. Citi did one of either two things. One, if you take a student analogy, which I've made before, Citi basically did its science fair project on the bus to school the day it was due, because they scrambled everything and just pushed it out in a frenzy. And I don't know why. That's kind of the nice way to put it. The other way I can put it is Citi was a surefire first-round draft pick. Pick your sport, doesn't matter. Surefire first-round draft pick. And with the way that they've done things today, it's apparent launch day or leak day, or I don't know exactly what happened today, but Mother's Day of 2024, they were caught gambling on their team, betting on their team, or caught with a substance they shouldn't have, whether that be performance enhancing or performance debilitating. Doesn't matter. Did a thing that took them from surefire first round pick, and again, pick your sport, to maybe we shouldn't consider him for the first few rounds. Maybe we have to look at not even drafting this player at all. Well, what happened? So here's the thing. They changed over the website at some point, either overnight, first thing this morning. That doesn't matter. That's fine. They took away the Citi Premier application, replaced it with the Strata Premier application. I have no problem with that. Would have been nice to have some sort of news piece or announcement to the blogosphere, because this week, the timeline on this week alone is just weird. But no, they didn't even do that. They went one step further, and they went into a much worse step. Because in the venture capital Discord, John R. from John's Credit and Travel, he indicated that his Citi Premier got upgraded automatically to a Citi Strata Premier. Dugras from Dugras Reports put in a community tab that his Citi Premier got moved to a Citi Strata Premier overnight. Another user in the venture capital Discord, Cred Wallet, they indicated that the same thing happened to them. Now, if everyone's Citi Strata Premier, every Citi Premier became a Citi Strata Premier without their knowledge, that's unacceptable. That is and I'm dating myself, and I hate that I'm dating myself with this, but remember a number of years ago, Apple and U2 got together and gave everyone the latest U2 album. Not just like a U2 album, which could have been cool, especially if you were getting like War or Boy or The Joshua Tree, if you hadn't already had those albums in your iTunes collection. But no, they just put like the latest U2 album on your either iPhone or iPod or in your iTunes, and they did it without consenting anybody. This is like the closest analogy I can have to that. And Citi has said nothing so far. When the leak came out this week, so let's talk about the timeline. Leaks finally started showing up about Strata Premier on, I think it was Tuesday. I dropped a video on Tuesday after seeing Frequent Miler kind of things that that the Premier card was going to be discontinued on May 9th and that Strata Premier was launching on May 11th. I put together a video with that. I found a screenshot from a Citi subreddit that was a couple of days old that showed that Strata Premier was launching with a 75,000 point welcome offer and $4,000 to spend. It was going to be 3 times the categories. It was going to be 1x everywhere else. It was going to be the same credit for the hotel, the same $95 annual fee, but they were adding in protections and the EV category. I made a video about it. So that's Tuesday, right? Wednesday, nothing happens. Thursday, nobody notices Citi Premier come down. Citi Premier stays active. No word from Citi. No word from the blogosphere, because they're just like, what's going on here? Friday, nothing happens. Nothing at the point where, I took my initial video from. They seem to start backtracking, and they cut mention of the Citi Strata Premier from there on the Eric podcast, which I haven't had the opportunity to listen to yet. I'm still pretty steamed about this whole situation. They took down the post that they had, and everybody's just sort of been going, well, what exactly is going on? Because again, there's been no mention from Citi. There's been no acknowledgement that this leak is real. There's been no acknowledgement of anything happening to Citi Strata with Citi Strata cards, with Citi Premier. No official acknowledgement from Citi whatsoever that I've seen. No blog post, no statement of, and like the corporate speak on this one is really a hit, right? Citi refused knowledge or refute any that may be out there that is currently rumor. As soon as we're ready to announce our upcoming cards or any changes to our lineup, we are excited to do so in a time that fits best for us. The Citi Premier is an amazing travel credit card, and if we're making it better, we look forward to making it better for everybody and doing so on our own time. Something like that. Corporate speak is awful, right? But there's a way you could have framed it and just said, we're rumors. Don't worry about it. We'll let you know as soon as we'll let you know. They didn't do that. They didn't acknowledge anything that I've seen publicly, right? And I check only a handful of sources, but there was nothing to big players, and Frequent Miler is one of those players. The Points Guy is one of those players. There's nothing on Danny the Deal Guru. There's nothing on Miles to Memories. There's nothing anywhere that, Citi step forward and saying, hey, we're aware of what is showing online. We're not ready to comment on that, but as soon as we are, we will. No. Sunday morning shows up. Sunday morning rolls around. Somebody flipped a switch and updated everyone's Citi Premier card. It seems. Now, I only have a handful of data points, so saying everyone is a bit of an exaggeration. I'm sorry. But they upgraded people's Citi Premier cards without them knowing, without them consenting to it, without them acknowledging that they want their card upgraded. Now, let me take a step back and say the updates to the card are great. Everyone would want to sign up for these, I'm sure. Especially if you're going to be able to get another welcome offer. Like, sure, sign for the card. Or like, hey, let me get that card. It's one thing to do that, to just put it out there and have people come to you and say, I want this card. It's another thing to just do it preemptively. And if you're that concerned about the need to do that preemptively, what's going to stop you from doing something else when another card you may or may not launch, doesn't hit the numbers that you want it to hit? You have a competitor, and I'm kind of speaking directly to the Citi credit card team if they happen to fall upon this lowly channel, but you have a competitor whose reputation is still in the toilet for doing something like that. And you've done something not to that level, but not to that level. You are walking a fine line, and to me as an outside observer, you've crossed a line with your customers. And I don't care that you have a fiduciary responsibility to your stockholders to just pump out as many of these cards as possible. No, you give your customers the opportunity, just the opportunity to say, I want my card upgraded now. Or you wait until the expiration of their Premier, because the annual fees are going to be exactly the same. The benefits are exactly the same. Everything except for the travel protections is exactly the same. You wait for their Premiers to expire, and you send a notice before the expiration of the Premier. Welcome to the Strata Premier. As of the expiration of your Citi Premier card, your Premier card will no longer be available to you. We are sending you the new Citi Strata Premier. It has everything that you love about your Premier and more, and just done that. Sent an email. No email to customers that I'm aware of. No acknowledgement of the card coming that I'm aware of. No acknowledgement to the blogosphere that's running wild with this story for 4 days that I'm aware of. This was Bush League, and it may be a corporate mistake. It may be. And who the heck launches a credit card on a Sunday, right? I don't want to extend you the benefit. I don't want you extended the benefit of the doubt for doing this on a Sunday because you went ahead and upgraded everybody, it seems. If you didn't do that, if you just put up the application page, hey, it's there, oops, our bad. Hey, new Citi Strata Premier, go and sign up. That'd be one thing. Taking it to that level of moving people who are your card holders already and giving them the new card without their consent? No, unacceptable. Now, again, I'm going to end here with just reminding folks, the Citi Strata Premier, it's going to be a good card. Probably going to be a great card. They did exactly what they needed to do to stay competitive at the $95 annual fee level. Like, they could have gone to $150. They could have added a credit here or there. They kept it at $95. They did right by everybody up until they flipped whatever switch they did for their existing Premier customers. Because I'm only seeing a handful of data points, and I may be exaggerating this, and I apologize if I am. But they took extreme liberties. If they did this across the board with Citi Premier folks, they took extreme liberties that they had no business taking. And that should ruin whatever goodwill they're going to get for this card. Like, that, this should not have happened this way. It's still going to be a good card. I still think the Citi system is under-talked about, underappreciated, and there's a lot of creators who really like that ecosystem. And I can definitely see the value there, but man, don't do this. Don't do this. Yeah. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening to my diatribe here. If you like what I do, hit the like and subscribe button. If you want to support me in other ways, definitely check out the pinned comment down below. A whole bunch of ways to do that with super thanks. Ko-fi, buy me a coffee. Those links in particular. Rakuten is running their big week earnings, which is their big week in savings, which is ending tomorrow, May 13th. I do have a $40 referral down below, so if you spend $40, you'll get $40 from Rakuten. Just check out my Rakuten referral down below. But again, that's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you guys soon.